Hey guys, it's Pat, and welcome back to another custom LEGO minifigure showcase. This time I have Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, I actually had this Ant-Man figure done for a while now. I just had him sitting back here, and I think I made him, or at least I finished him, around the time that Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania came out, which was actually a pretty long time ago now. And I realized that he needed to be showcased, but I did not want him to be alone, so I made this Wasp figure. And, yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the video. And the first figure up is, of course, the one and only Scott Lang, a.k.a. Ant-Man. Now, I went with the Scott Lang Ant-Man because that is the main one that's in the MCU right now. And honestly, I don't really know that much about the Hank Pym Ant-Man, apart from the fact that, well, he was the first Ant-Man. But this is my own version of the Scott Lang Ant-Man. This my own version of the character, the way he looks, the way of all that, as you guys know by now. So the helmet was actually the 2015 Lego Ant-Man helmet that was coming out in that set, that decent set, I guess. I got the piece from my cousin. And as you can see, I painted the front of it red, and I painted the little like ear antenna things red. And I also, if you can see, I think I Sharpied the inside of the eyes here, because the eyes are actually red and they're translucent. But I didn't want that, so I colored them with silver Sharpie. And pulling the helmet off, or trying to pull the helmet off, you can see this is the head that I chose. It's not. Doesn't really look a lot like Paul Rudd. I mean, I guess it looks kind of like Paul Rudd, but yeah, it's actually, I got the head. I think I got this one off of my, I think my Cedric Diggory, but it's come on Cedric Diggory, Steve Rogers, and kind of a few other figures. But that's where I got mine from, and I think it resembles Paul Rudd a little bit, and of course the hair is the black, the sleepy hair piece, but in black. Actually, I'm gonna keep the hair on. But the torso is actually the Ant-Man torso from, I think, the Ant-Man and the Wasp set that came out, the 2018 one. And as you can see, I painted the front of it, and I actually Sharpied the back of it, because there was some detail there that I kind of didn't want there to be. So I painted over this. I painted all this red to make it look like as you can see, and I just Sharpied it black, because there was some detail in the back that I didn't really want to be there, so I just covered it up. And as you can see, I still kept the printing of the belt and the back of the belt too. The arms are just red arms. The hands are black hands, and the legs were, I think they were like dark tan brown legs. And I Sharpied them black first, and then I painted red boots on them, just to. Because I think the boots actually do look. I think the boots actually do look pretty good. So that's actually it for Ant-Man. And the next and last figure in the showcase is Janet Van Dyne, or Hope Van Dyne, aka the Wasp. Now, I didn't really make either. I guess I made both versions of the Wasp and either version of the Wasp at the same time. So this is my own version of the Wasp. All this design is completely my own. Because there have been two versions of the Wasp: Janet Van Dyne, Hank Pym's wife, and of course their daughter Hope Van Dyne, who was the Wasp in the MCU. But this is the version of the Wasp that I made. And first things first, the hair is just this standard, like, short tousled hair. Got that off my Green Lantern figure, and because I kind of wanted to go for her comic look, but also put my own spin on it. And I kept the shorter hair from her look from the comics, and I guess in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, because Evangeline Lilly does have short hair in that movie, so I figured I'd just give her shorter hair. I could have gone with the longer hair, but I decided not to. The head is, I think this head's been coming to Black Widow recently, but it's been on. I think it's been on Black Widow. It's been on, I think, Jyn Erso from Rogue One, and kind of a few other figures. And there's the alternative facial expression, and the torso was, I think, a yellow torso, and as you can see, I sharpened it in a way to make it look like they keep like this section of it yellow and these two sections of it yellow as well, because that's kind of the design the design I went for was to make it look like just like a V design, as you can see. I kind of based this off of her comics look as well, but kind of put my own spin on it, since what actually appeared on her on her comic look, on her comic suit, is actually kind of difficult for me to get right. So I just went with this, which I think actually looks pretty good. And the same with like the bottom two sections of the torso here as well. The arms are yellow arms, the hands are black hands, and the legs are just standard black legs. But now it's time for me to talk about what you've probably been staring at through this whole part of the video, and that's the wings. And these wings were actually quite easy to make, I'm not gonna lie. And the back of the torso is just black. I didn't do anything because I knew it would be covered up by these. Now, these wings, at first they were kind of a pain to make, but after I found the right pieces, this is what came out. And I know her, like, she's in the comics, she doesn't really have wings. I mean, it really depends on what version of her you're looking at. So, like, sometimes her wings are like translucent yellow. But I know in the movies, I know in the MCU, her wings are like transparent, but they have like dot designs. And her wings never look like this, however, in the comics or in the MCU, I don't think. So this is completely original. As far as I'm aware, this design here with the wings is completely original. And this piece here, this trans neck bracket piece, I actually sharpied it in. As you can see, it's yellow. I actually sharpied it yellow to kind of match the like color scheme of the figure. And the actual wings themselves, how I made them was I took one of these pieces, and I took a circular piece right there, and I took four of these like little 2x2 pieces, and I put trans yellow studs on the ends of them to give it more of like a transparent feel, even though it's like mostly solid. But honestly, I think the wings turned out pretty cool. I think the whole figure turned out pretty cool. So I actually am going to put the wings back on, because that is, of course, the highlight of the figure. And that is actually it for this showcase video. So that's actually it for the showcase. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, and share, and follow me on both of my socials. Links are down in the description below. And please let me know what you think of these figures in the comments. Anything you'd like or dislike about them. If you have criticism, I will take it. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Pat, signing off.